Good afternoon. It's time for another NFL Bucky's Mail Day. This is your host, Mike C., and of course, the star of the show, as always, especially on July 1st, it's Bucky. Say hi, Bucky. Bucky says hi. Well, a few days ago, I was worried that I wasn't going to have a lot of information on today's video. Boy, was I wrong, because there's a ton of stuff to get to, mostly good, just a lot of information, mostly on the Blackhawks, which is why I have Bucky's shirt with the Blackhawk logo, of course, in front of some goaltenders. You've seen them before, but it's a big day. Free agency started today. We just got the draft over a few days ago, and as we're going to be talking a lot about the Blackhawks, but other news too. I forgot to check to see how many views. Last time I checked, we had 20, so I'm going to assume we had like 22. I'll post the amount on the video when it gets posted. Start out with, let's get the bad stuff out of the way first. We lost another baseball legend, Landis Cepeda. He was 86. He played for the Giants. I think that's the only team he played for. Very, very good player. He had like two brothers who also played in the major leagues. I don't know if they all played for the Dodgers or the Giants. I can't remember. But very, very good player. Very solid player. I remember watching him, and we've lost, a few really, really good, some great baseball players lately, and that's sad. But man, time marches on, and so condolences to his family, and we wish them the best. Okay, some other news. Well, first, Bucky, what do you have in front of you? Well, you've got, I already mentioned the Blackhawk shirt, and I wore it the other day, so that's okay. But it was appropriate for today, so we dug it out of the laundry. I'm doing laundry right after we get done with this, and then I have to go outside and do some gardening, which I don't really care about or care for, but it has to be done. All right, top of my list. Ndamukong Suh, former of the Lions and the Dolphins and a couple other teams, I think. But anyway, was nominated and voted into the Nebraska Hall of Fame. And so that's cool. I was surprised he wasn't in there already, to be honest with you. I don't know if he's signed with another team yet. I still think he's a free agent. I'm pretty sure about that. But obviously, he's a great player for Nebraska. And the Lions drafted him in the first round many years ago now. He was a great player for the Lions. So congrats to Ndamukong Suh. I got a few of his autographs, and I got the helmet that I have is signed by him, so he's well represented. Patrick Kane. I was talking about going to the Hawks. I really didn't see it. The relationships with the Hawks are kind of, I don't know, it's strained, I guess is a good word. But he re-signed with the Detroit Red Wings. I believe it was for 1 year, so good for Kane. And I'm sure we'll see him against the Hawks again this year. Okay, what else? I'm trying to get other stuff. Okay, the rest I got the draft. Oh, before I get the draft, Connor Bedard was awarded the Calder Trophy, which goes for the Rookie of the Year. Well deserved, well earned. It's only going to get better for Connor. And so congratulations to Connor Bedard. And it was very exciting. I watched most of the first round draft. I didn't watch very, very little of the next. Hawks didn't have a pick in the second round. And so I just checked back on the tracker. But it's really a tough grind if you watch the entire NHL draft. But it was fun. Surprises, my God. Celine Dion came out and announced, and she looked fantastic. That was one of the picks for the Canadiens, I believe. It was, if you're surprised, I can't remember them now. But it was very, very entertaining, very exciting to watch. They had a trade horn. It was a sound of, goal horn when there was a trade announced, and I think the Hawks were the first one on there because they made a trade up. So that was cool, and it was in Las Vegas at the Sphere, which is a big circular dome thing. It's very cool. and I could see the draft going back there and using that because that was really cool looking. Okay, we got taken care of that. Okay, the Hawks had initially had 2 picks in the first round. They traded back into the first round. They had 3 first-round picks. So you gotta like that. And let's put Bucky back a little bit. There we go. There. Well, there. Okay. Their first-round pick was the second overall, and they chose. I'm going to butcher the names. I apologize, but they're all foreign names. I can't pronounce them. Defenseman. Where is he? There he is. Artem Lezhvanov, defensive from Michigan State. Very good player. I mean, obviously, I heard of him only because I was looking up the draft picks. I don't have any stats. I don't know if that's necessary right now. He has an option going back to Michigan State. He hasn't made up his mind yet on that, so he might not even see him for a couple of years. Regardless, he might not see him for a couple of years. Not like Connor, who he knew he was going to suit up the first year. But very good player. I like the highlights he had. I'm not a huge guy, but very fast and a good goal scorer, not a great goal scorer, but he's a defenseman, so can't expect too much. But congratulations to him. He also won the Big Ten Player of the Year, so that was good. Number 18, the Hawks select center Sasha Biersvert. Okay. I don't have a lot of information on him, but he's a center and a very good player because I saw the highlights again. So I just have to, go on that. But they all said it was a very good pick. And after that, I pretty much stopped watching. And then I found out they traded back into the first round. That was a 27th pick, I believe. Somewhere in there. Yes, 27th. They drafted Merrick. Oh boy, Merrick Von Acker. In a trade, he's 6 feet 120, 178. He's a forward. So they're getting Bernard help, which is good. So that was the first 3-round picks. They had other picks. Again, it was third, I think, round. Whoops, damn it. I just broke the shot. Sorry about that, guys. They re-signed. That's it for the picks. I don't have any more. In the free agency, which started today, they re-signed former first-round pick and former Stanley Cup winner, Teuvo Teravainen, another forward. They also signed a goaltender, Laurent Brossier. Sure. It was the former Jets. So, they're making good free agent signs. It just started today. They might do more. They actually signed someone else. I just didn't write it down. I think it was another forward. So they're changing up. You have to do that because it would just get stagnant. So that's a lot of information, guys. As far as the Lions goes, not much else. It's still the off season. Still talks of signing people. I don't think they're going to sign anybody till training camp starts. There's talk of trades. I'm not real high on that. Once the cuts start, I think they'll either sign somebody or make a move. There's talks defenseman, their defensive end. They'll make a move. They got a roster spot open, so I know for sure they'll make a selection. But it's just not the right time of the year to make a lot of moves. I mean, some do, but you just wait. They want to go what they have on their team, see what they got, and but they'll make a move or two, and they'll probably sign one of those defensive ends and maybe a safety. We'll see what happens. The Reds are just falling apart. I don't have their last week's stats with me. I can post it, but they're just falling apart. Last time I checked, they were in last place. So I'll post their record and see, but I'd be surprised if they won I know one game for sure over the past weekend, but they're just doing nothing. So I don't know why they're keeping on the manager, to be honest with you. I don't like anybody get fired, but it comes a point where they're just not doing anything. And so we'll see what happens there. I think that's about it, Bucky. Don't have any other information I can think of. We're going on our trip on a couple days on the 3rd. We'll be back, can't remember, in a few days. But, and Suki's coming with us, so that'll be fun. And I'll get to see Carla's mom and some of my family. We'll go across the bridge to see them. I'm not sure the day yet, but we'll get over there at some point. And we'll see how the city's boomed since I've left. That's sarcasm, people. I think that's about it, Bucky. It's raining today. Not very nice, but it's rain pretty much the rest of the week, I think. So we'll see what happens with the fireworks. Because I've always loved fireworks. You guys know that. But we'll see what happens. So on that note, Bucky, I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. So congratulations to the Hawks and all their players. And I guess we'll catch you next week, Bucky. So it's Bucky, say goodbye. Bucky says bye. And we'll catch you next Monday, and we'll fill in some blanks and see what else is going on. And I'll tell you about my trip. And we'll catch you then. All right, bye now.